Welcome back, guys. It's Kids Coding Playground here, and today we're back with another video in Scratch. Today we'll be making a Halloween game because Halloween is right around the corner, and yeah, so I'll be showing you a quick demo of our game that we have made today. So let's go. So there's a little bit of music. I'm turning it low so you can hear me, but there's a pumpkin, it's jack-o'-lantern with witch's hat, a wizard hat, and a broom. So this game is called Design a Pumpkin. So you're supposed to objective is to design a pumpkin and share it with all your friends for them to see. So first, there's these icons. So you can just click on this to change the eye shape. So or it could be red. So I made 3 skins for these, and I've also made nose, like a circle nose, and an upside down triangle. Also made mouth. So and the color of the pumpkin. And there's also the stem color. And you can drag these witch's hat and the broom onto the pumpkin for decoration. So it's a pretty fun project to have and to share. So that's the game we'll be making today. Before we get started with our video, you can come to our channel and check out previous Halloween games by scrolling down to the Halloween themed games section to check out more fun and cool games for you to learn. So I've just created my project here, and we don't need the scratch cat, so we're just going to delete it. And I'll teach you how to do the artwork for the pumpkin. So let's just have a quick representation of how you should draw the pumpkin. So first we have this shade of orange. It's already selected, but 108898, or you can use your own shade of orange if you do not like our shade of orange. And the outline is 3 and it's black. So we use a circle and we just draw like a pretty decent circle or oval, ellipse. Then we click the reshape tool and we drag out the edges so it's almost like a circular rectangle, kind of like a plant cell if you've seen a plant cell. So it's just round on the edges, but it's like a rectangle shape. So that's basically our pumpkin. Here. Okay, now I'm going to give you a quick demonstration on how to draw the eyes of the pumpkin. So we use a rectangle, so we just have fill, white, outline is black, and it's 3. So we use this and we draw like about this big. And then we click on the reshape tool, we click on one of the edges, and then click on the backspace key to delete it. Then we click on back here, and then we flip it over to give the eyes. And you can just duplicate that onto the other side. But the eyes are a whole entire different sprite. We're just teaching you how to draw the different parts of the body if you don't want to use our sprites. So you can come to my profile, Gumball098, and I'll be sharing the project soon. And you can just come over and export our sprites if you want to use our sprites, or you can draw them on your own. So that's why we're teaching you how to do that. And the nose is just same as the eyes. You take that, go to reshape, go like that, go back here, and that's your nose. And then the mouth, I'll give you a rough demonstration on how to do it. So you just click the line tool, outline is 3, and then you just draw lines to represent teeth on a jack-o'-lantern, because jack-o'-lanterns always have these type of mouths, if you've seen one. And you just draw the lines and connect them all together like that, as so. And that's just a rough representation of how you would draw your mouth. And these are all our body parts for the oh yeah, we also have to draw the stem, but it's just an oval that's just colored green. Alright, so one more thing about the mouth. You click on it with the button, the little pointer, and then you click on the fill, and then you select white, because if you don't do that, it would just be orange if you put it on the pumpkin. So now you have that. It's going to be white on the pumpkin, and we have our pretty much assembled jack-o'-lantern. So put the eyes, and then the nose. Nose might be a little bit too big, but it's fine. And then That's just our pretty much assembled jack-o'-lantern. And the stem is just an oval from the circle, and you just make it green. So let's just get a nice shade of green and go like that and make it go to the back. That's basically how our sprite was, but they're all separate sprites. So we're going to delete our sprite now and drag it from our backpack. So first we have our pumpkin, which is just what we drew earlier, and it comes with all these costumes. So if you want to add extra costumes, which is the point of this project, you just go duplicate, right click, duplicate your pumpkin from earlier, and you can select any color you want and color your pumpkin any color you want. So I just selected colors of a normal pumpkin, which is orange, light orange, yellow, and dark orange, and darker orange. So that's just basically what I did for the pumpkin. And now we also have to drag in our eyes, which are a whole entire different sprite. So you would, to do the eyes, you would just draw like how we did earlier, and just drag it onto where the eyes would be on jack-o'-lantern. And the nose, it's just going to be there, same as the eyes. And the mouth, we taught you how to do that earlier as well. And the stem on top, and the icons. So the icons, you just take your eyes, look, you just take this, you Control C, and then just draw a blue circle, and you just put your eyes on there, shrink it, and put it on. Same with the nose, the mouth, and the color, I just decided to do something different. I just drew a circle, made it multicolored with this tool right here, but you can just do whatever. And the stem, I just duplicated the stem from the thing. So now we have our assembled pumpkin. Let's start coding. So and backdrop, we have to change our backdrop first. Pretty necessary. I think I used woods, yep. So we have woods because it's creepy, it looks creepy. So now we have that. Also, for if you want, you have to make extra skins for the eyes. So just duplicate it and draw a circle wherever your eye was. So let's start working on our icons. Okay, so first thing for our icons, as always, the green flag clicked, and go to the front layer because it could get stuck behind some other things that you would not like it to be. And then you switch costume to costume 1, which is this one, the eyes. And also, you want to drag it to the top left and make it go to whatever position. So I just have it over here, so we're just going to use this position. And we're going to make it create a clone of myself. And we're usually using one sprite for 5 icons. So we would use, when I start as a clone, we would go to the front layer, because we want all of them to go to the front layer just in case, and then switch costume to costume number +1. Costume number +1. So basically, when the icon started as a clone, it'll go to the front layer and switch costume to the costume number, but it'll add 1 every single time, so it will just go to a different costume. And after that, it will change X by 40, so each little icon will be separated by a little bit in between, like that. And you need this block, so if then, you put a not. If then not, if the costume number is not equal to 5, create clone of myself. Now we have that done, we are going to work on how the icons would be clicked. So just quick demonstration, we have all our little icons here. So now we would use when the sprite is clicked, if then the costume number equals 1, so basically if you click on the first costume, which is the eyes, if costume number is equal to 1, then it'll broadcast something called eye tone to change the eye tone or eye texture. So from a circle to a triangle or whatever. Eye tone. And then we go to the eyes. So let's just work on the eyes. And when the green flag is clicked, oops, we would drag it to wherever it would be. So it'd be whatever here. And then switch costume to costume 1. Because you always want to make it start at the standard jack-o'-lantern. And now when I receive eye tone, it will be next costume. So every time I click on that little button, it'll broadcast something, and that would just transfer it to be able to change costumes. So now we have our 3 standard eye costumes. We duplicate this block. If costume number is equal to 2, then we would do broadcast nose tone, because that's our second little broadcast. And when we now have to go to the nose, and when the green flag is clicked like that, we would go to whatever position that we drag it to. We would switch the costume to 1, and when I receive nose tone, it will be next costume. So we have the nose done. Now we go back to here, we duplicate that, and then if the costume number is equal to 3, if you click on the costume number 3, it would be mouth tone, because there's different mouth tones that I've drawn too. And now we go to the mouth, and when the green flag is clicked, why is it always unzooming? It will go to here, and it'll switch costume to costume 1, because that's the standard mouth, which is the carved part, and we have the surprised and the smiley face. But the carved part, which the little toothful smile. And when I receive mouth tone, we would go next costume. So we have that done. Now we go back to the icons and we duplicate that, and if the costume number is 4, it would be color tone, which is our 4th sprite for the icon, 4th costume. So that would be color tone. Then we go to the pumpkin, because that's where the base color actually is, and we would set the position, so just in case if it gets whatever moved or anything. And we would put a switch costume to costume 1, which is the standard orange color. And when I receive color tone, it would be next costume. So you can choose whatever you see, all these colors. Now we go back to the icon, and for our last one, our 5th one, our stem, instead of costume number 4, it would be costume number 5 in our broadcast stem tone, which is for our colorful stem. We have 7 different costumes, well 6, because we have 6 different costumes for our stems. And now we go here, when the green flag is clicked, it will go to whatever position. It will switch costume to costume 1, which is the standard green stem. And when I receive stem tone, it would be next costume. So you can make a rotting pumpkin with the black stem or whatever. And also, there's extra for this stem. Since the stem is supposed to be behind the pumpkin, because it just looks a little funny in front of the pumpkin, we would have to go to back layer over here, so it just go to the back. And now you can test out your game, and it should work like this. And I'm gonna give you the code for the icon. I'm trying to put them together. Feel free to pause the video and copy down this code. And we have a few more props before we end this project. So we have our prop number 1, our witch, which is going to get sadly deleted to make our hat for our pumpkin. So let's delete the witch and ungroup this part, because this is all one little thing. So we ungroup it, and then we delete the head, delete the little hair behind, And now we're left with the witch's hat. We delete witch B, C, and D. And now we have witch A. And rename it to witch hat. Because now we just destroyed the witch. So, for the size for the witch's hat, you might want to use 200. This is just a rough estimate because this hat looks really small compared to the pumpkin. So I'm using size 200 for my witch's hat. And when the green flag is clicked, I put the witch hat here, just a rough estimate where it should go, and it'll go to this position. It doesn't matter which position, just somewhere, anywhere you want around the pumpkin, so they can drag it on if they want to. And then it has go to the front layer, because when it was on the back layer, it looked funny behind the pumpkin's head. Now you have the forever loop, and you can set mode to draggable, which is set drag mode to draggable, which will give you the option to drag your hat. Now we have that. We have to go to get our wizard hat, which is our other prop that you can drag on if you don't prefer the witch hat. So I just put my wizard hat somewhere near here, and when the green flag is clicked, it will go to a rough estimate where it should be, and it will go to the front layer, so it wouldn't look funny like behind the head. And go forever, set drag mode to draggable, just like the witch's hat. And now we have the broom, our last prop. Remember, you can always add other props if you want. So we just add broom. We have a broom here. And we just used the broom. We went like this. We rotated the whole thing because it was a little, it was to the side and we didn't want that. So we just moved it up like that. And when the green flag is clicked, it'll go to X. Oh wait, that's the wrong position because it's too big right now. Honestly, I'd make it 75, or you can make it smaller if you want. And you would just put it somewhere here, just a rough estimate where it should be. And now we have that X position, and it'll go forever. It'll set drag mode to draggable, and to touch things off and to end the video, end the project, we would go, when the green flag is clicked, it will go forever, and it'll play sound. Well, you can use any song if you want, but I use Cave because it just sounds spooky for the new Halloween theme. So now we have our whole entire project, so let's test it out. Okay, let's test out our project now. So let's go full screen. Green flag. So I see our 5 icons working perfectly. We can drag the wizard's hat on if we want. We can drag the witch's hat on if we want. We could drag the broom. We make him hold a broom for the spooky themes. And we can make him an evil pumpkin or whatever your mind comes to. So we're going to make his eyes red, like he's a mad scientist. Make his nose like that. He seems a lot evil with this face though. And make him red. Just seems really perfect for the theme. In a rotting stem, which would describe this character. Okay, so this, you see, has unlimited possibilities for what pumpkin you want to make. So yeah, there's a lot of pumpkin choices to choose from. So anyway, please like, share, subscribe, and comment in the comment section below. Are you trick-or-treating? And if you are trick-or-treating, how many candy do you think you will receive for Halloween? So anyway, see you guys next time. Oh wait, one last thing. Forgot to name this. It's called Design a Pumpkin. Anyway, see you guys next time.